So, the Old and the New Testament. Is the God in the Old Testament the same as the God in the New? Because when we read it, we think things like, does this guy change his mind? Is this guy even consistent? Well, we're going to be exploring a little bit more about that, because sometimes when you read the Old Testament, you see this almost angry God, this God of war who likes to put plagues on people and likes to kill. But then in the New Testament, you almost see it changing in the person of Jesus and him just being this God of complete love. So I wonder how we can reconcile that.
So take Numbers 11 for instance. You see a God who's angry, a God who's literally looking like he's willing to take out his own people. And it's really hard when you try and weigh that up with the person of Jesus who says things like, turn the other cheek, oh it's fine, eye for an eye, you've heard that, but no, actually, we're going to turn the other cheek, right? So, is this God consistent and does he change his mind? Let's chat about that. If you have a jigsaw puzzle, right? If you were to just pick up one piece and focus on this one little piece, then there is no way that you would have the full picture. The only way to have that full picture is if you start piecing those things together. And when I look at the God of the Old Testament and the God of the New, and I start looking at that full picture, actually I do see a God of love, and he's consistent from the beginning until the end. He is a God who's always been about redemption and loving other kinds of people. Also, I see the second hand, which is this God of justice. And actually, he is loving. Yes, he is sovereign. However, he does not let things go unpunished because he is just. And that's just something that we're going to have to be able to accept as well. When I look at the story of Hosea, I see the picture of a loving God, and here's why. So you see Hosea, he's doing all right for himself, well-off lad, and he takes Gomer to be his wife. They have children together, and Hosea stays faithful to his wife Gomer, and Gomer is not faithful to him. She leaves and goes into what is said to be prostitution, and in that place of darkness and unfaithfulness, Hosea meets her where she's at, and he actually pays for what's already his. He pays for his wife, and that's a clear picture of what it's like with God and his church, with Jesus and his bride, the church. And when I think about God and his justice, I see complete continuity in the new as well. So take Jesus for instance. He wasn't just this fluffy bunny that people thought him out to be. He was quite courageous as well, and he spoke truth. And even to those religious leaders, the Pharisees, the Sadducees, all of those people who were said to be teachers of the law, he actually challenged them with really harsh words too. When I read the Bible, I see a God of continuity, a God who stays the same in the middle, in the beginning, and the end. The one thing that I see changing though is humanity. And I guess because humanity is changing, this means that maybe God needs some different responses for us to speak in our language, to speak in our culture, otherwise it wouldn't make sense. And this book was devised in the last 3,000 years, so it's really important to not read out of context and to understand that culture, that context, how he was saying it to the type of people he was speaking to. But why just take our word for it? You're going to need to read that book yourself. If you have found this video helpful, then please share it with a friend, share it with a family member, share it with someone who needs to hear this. We make these videos because we know that you need the help like we do too. So what you're going to have to do now is like and subscribe. Woohoo!